Today we are playing a crazy private game here in Los Angeles. It's a 5-5-10, but I'm bringing $10,000 with me. And I am prepared to use it if I need to, hopefully not. We are not gonna be messing around in this video. It's just gonna be non-stop poker hands, so let's go. I'm into the game for $2,500. This is a 5-5-10 game, but almost all the hands have at least the $25 straddle on. Let's battle. The first notable hand, we get pocket jacks all in against a shorter stack of 800. We run it twice and scoop both boards. It's a decent start. Every half hour, there's a double board PLO bomb pot. I'm not gonna explain all the rules to those of you who don't know exactly, but we scooped that one too. Pretty easy game so far, early in the session, and we're up about $2,000. But trust me, we still have a long night ahead of us. So another side game that's on is the knit game. Basically, when you win a hand, you get a button, and the last person to get a button pays everybody else $25. So you're very incentivized to win a hand. And I win my knit button pretty easily in this one with ace 8. The knit game is basically continuous throughout the entire night. All right, now for a real hand. In late position, we peel pocket aces. There's one limp and I raise to 150. The big blind and the limper call, and the flop comes jack high. The limper now leads into us for $350, and given it's a sizable bet, I decide to just call in position. If he is bluffing, let's let him blast it off. The big blind calls too, and we're three-handed to the 4 of diamonds on the turn. Now, the action checks to me, and with the best pair possible, 2 flush draws on the board, I throw out $1,000 to try to get looked up by Jack X hands or draws. Both players end up folding, and we take it down. Now, it doesn't get better than pocket aces, but pocket kings is pretty nice too. And this was the very next hand, aces and kings back to back. I raise $100 now, and the small blind goes all in for $600. Love to see it. The big blind now calls $600, and now the straddle goes all in for $1,600. Mamma mia, what a spot for us with pocket kings. Of course, we go all in, but the big blind folds. And now it's a 3-way all in for a $4,400 pot. And we're gonna go off to 2 runouts.
Well, that's bad for me.
All right, the kings hold, and now we have $7,500 in front of us. We're up a decent chunk, but let me tell you, this game doesn't slow down. To give you some insight on this game, there's an early position open to 100, and 5 people call. I'm in the big blind with 10-9 of diamonds, and I call as well. We're going a million ways to a flop, which is excellent for our hand. We flop a combo draw, 8-6-5 with 2 diamonds. Pretty dreamy flop, I would say. Now the original raiser bets 300, and it folds over to the player on my right, who goes all in for 900. I look over at the other guy's stack and he has about 2,500. We have a combo draw. It would be bad if we were up against ace high diamonds or something like that, but I'm ready to gamble. I go all in covering the other guy, and he calls a lot quicker than I had wanted him to call. Hopefully he doesn't have a bigger flush draw, but it turns out both of the other players have sets. It's pocket 8s against pocket 5s. And we're running it twice. We need to hit a diamond or a 7.
I know.
5 on the tongue.
He's got the
Oh, damn. 5 me up.
Diamond.
5.
Okay.
Holy shit. We couldn't find the cards we needed to improve, and pocket 8s is going to scoop that one. Pretty wild. After that hand, our stack started to bleed a bit down, and then we pick up ace king of hearts, raised to $50, and there's a 3-bet to 150 and 2 calls. This game is non-stop. Of course, I'm going to be raising, putting more chips in the middle. I make it $800. A player calls the 800, and now the big blind jams for 2,500. What is happening here? I don't know, but I'm not going to be folding. The other guy has about the same, so I go all in, and he puts in the money. Another 3-way all in, $8,000 pot. Let's go.
So you know what he said? He said, okay, let's go
that's a scooper.
We go literally to the next.
Ace king is no good, and pocket 8s again is going to scoop both boards. I don't know how that's possible. We add more chips, and we're going to keep battling. It's been a pretty swingy session. We started off really strong, and then we lost the last couple of few, as you guys could tell. But that's just the nature of the game. And I feel like this video has just been like non-stop action, just hand after hand. The stack is swinging, you know how it is. We raise pocket 6s, and we get 3 calls, and we flop a set on 10-6-3 rainbow. It checks to me, and the only way to get unstuck is to win big pots. So I bet 100, And now the player in the big blind raises to 400. I don't see any reason to raise here, so I just call. The turn is a queen, and with $1,000 in the pot, he goes all in, covering me. 2,500 more. Of course I call. I let him know he has a set. He looks disappointed. He looks like he's drawing dead. The river is a 9, and surely we win, right? No, we don't win. He rolls over Jack 8 for a straight. That is not ideal. I don't got much else to say about this one, honestly. Just unlucky. Time to get more chips. Gonna try to forget about that one. There's 2 limps and a raise to 125 from the small blind. I have pocket queens in the big blind and I make it 400, and only the small blind calls. The flop is low, it's 9-8-6 rainbow. He checks, I put out a bet of 300 and he calls. The turn is really nice, it's a queen. He checks again, and this pot is ballooned up pretty quickly. I want to try to get all the chips in by the river, obviously. So I bet 675, and my opponent takes his time to think before sticking in the call. The river is a little bit scary. It's a 10. Any jack now makes a straight, but it seems a bit hard for him to have one unless it's pocket jacks. Now he leads into me for $1,000. If he has a straight here, we just have to pay him off. He can have like worse sets. Obviously bluffs. I stick in the chips. He says we're good. That's nice to hear. We turn over the set and scoop this one. A little bounce back after the last couple big ones not going our way. Now, this session was just big pot after big pot, but now it's time for the last interesting hand of this session. I raised to 100 with Jack 9 of hearts, and the player in the cutoff calls. Now, we're playing a bounty game where if you win 3 hands in a row, everyone pays you $100 on that third hand. And the guy in the cutoff is on his third hand. Everybody else folds, which is rare, so now it's up to me to play some defense for the rest of the table. The flop comes Jack 5-4 with 2 diamonds, top pair, great start. Obviously this guy is very incentivized to win this hand, so he'll likely be bluffing more in the spot. I check, he bets 175, and I call. The turn is the 7 of hearts, we pick up a flush draw now. I check once again, he bets 600 now, and even though my kicker isn't the best, I still expect my top pair to be good here a lot given how many hands he's going to have in his range, just because of this bounty game. I'm not going anywhere, I call. The river now is the 5 of clubs. It doesn't improve our hand, but it reduces a lot of 2 pairs and set combos that he can have. So it's actually a very good card. I check once again, and I'm really hoping to just see a check back from him and maybe we can just win, but it's not going to be that easy. He bets 1,600, nearly the size of the pot. I'm not going to give too much analysis here. I think he's just going to have way too much air in his range. I think hands like Ace-Jack, King-Jack, Pocket 7s are going to 3-bet pre-flop. So his value range here is actually pretty thin, and I'm just going to go with my gut and put in the call. And he rolls over 8-6 of diamonds for a turn straight, and everybody pays him the $100 bounty. We top up our stack a little bit and battle for the last hour or so, and after about 7 hours of nonstop action, we actually ended up winning a little bit towards the end, but we cashed out for $6,390, booking a loss of $3,110.
All right, that is it for that one. We ended up losing a little over 3K, which, to be honest, could have been worse. In this specific game, we haven't really ran super great. We had a really good start, I'm not gonna lie. It all went downhill from there. I feel pretty good, actually, because it could have been a lot worse. I thought I was gonna lose like 6K tonight or more. I was into the game for 9.5K, so honestly, I thought I was gonna lose quite a bit more. But overall, pretty great experience. This game is always super fun, honestly. Hopefully I can keep playing it. It's a great time. All right, y'all, I'm going to bed. Cheers.